Two types of traders in the public space right now. You have the influencers, the ones that show you the fancy Lamborghini cars, the fancy houses, the money in your face, the physical money in your face, so you'll be enticed to purchase their signal service or their overpriced course. Then you have the traders that are more like vloggers that talk about the psychological side of trading, the emotional side of trading, but they never show any stats to back up what they're talking about longer than a couple of days or weeks. So therefore, you're duped into buying into these expensive products with no outcome and no profit to show over the long term in trading. I'm going to change all that today. I'm going to be showing you how you can profit after watching this video, and I'll be doing more videos like this in the future so you can profit without spending any money as a manual trader. Things are going to change for you right now. Let's get started. Nobody on YouTube, Instagram, or Google gives you any good trading tools for free. The reason why, because most good trading tools are difficult to come across, and it makes more sense to actually sell these good trading tools than to use them, because most people are not really cut out to be a trader. Being a trader is difficult, takes a lot of passion, desire, takes a lot of patience as well, and a lot of trial and error. But today I'm going to show you a 2-indicator system, and this is going to be the beginning of many videos like this to come. I've gone over almost 10,000 indicators over the last 15 years of my trading, and so I know all the best ideas out there when it comes to indicators, especially when dealing with MT4, with the MetaTrader 4 platform. So I'm going to be showing you everything for free, and I'm also going to give you the methodology and psychological advice for free as well, because nobody's doing that. I want to do something different than everybody else out there because it's all the same old rehash, let me give you some advice type of thing, but nobody's taking that step further because they want to charge you for it, and I'm tired of that, so let's get down to business. As you guys may know, I focus on mostly algorithmic trading and have for the last 8 years, but everything that I program into an algorithm needs to be a manual system first. And so I've decided to show and share with you a lot of the great indicators and manual trading systems that I have developed into algorithms, and to share them to you guys for free. So you can choose to use them as a manual trader or program them into an algorithm on your own time eventually at some point. So this is what my focus has been, and this is how I like to trade. But so many of you guys like to, do manual trading and don't like to have to pay for an algorithm. And so if you want to take that manual leap, this is your chance to do it in these videos that I'm going to be showing you in the future. So hopefully you can enjoy what I have to share when it comes to the indicators and the methodology behind all of these trading systems. I'm going to be talking about a 2-indicator system today, and this is all free. You can download the indicators below the description of this video, and you can start profiting right away. All right. So the first indicator is the SuperTrend Indicator. I mentioned this briefly in the past videos. This is a multi-time frame indicator. It's incredibly powerful, and thousands of pips can be made just using this indicator by itself. So what's so powerful about this indicator is that you can actually, whatever time frame you're viewing, so let's say for example the M15, if you want to see the trend on the higher time frame, so like the H4, the 4-hour time frame, you can do that. And this is something that I'm going to show you right here. So we're loading the indicator on the M15 time frame, and let's right click it and show you how it looks on the H4. And so you can see that the trend is much larger. It gets rid of a lot of the market noise, and it shows you a clear image of what's going on the smaller time frame while viewing the larger time frame. Super, super awesome. All right, so the other indicator that I'm going to be showing you is the HalfTrend. The HalfTrend is also free, and you can download it just below the description of this video. The HalfTrend is another indicator that's based on trends, and this indicator is good for a good starting place is the aptitude of 18. And you can try to lower that or raise that based on if you're finding more profit potential. And I'm going to show you how to do that right here. You just right click the indicator and you can see the aptitude right here. So I'm placing that as 18. I think initially it's like 2, which is really too low to show a lot of benefit from it. So we have the SuperTrend Indicator, and I'm going to end the HalfTrend, and I'm going to be showing you what these look like on the H4. So the SuperTrend is going to be showing us the H4 time frame trend on the 1-hour chart, and the half trend is going to be showing us an amplitude of 18 on the 1 hour chart as well. So we're going to use these in combination to show you how you can make pips on pretty much every single signal. And the cool thing about these two indicators is that they actually give you alerts. They can alert you when a signal is available, so you can get to your computer and enter the trade. So you don't have to just be watching your chart all day. So another really cool thing here. All right, so here we are on the H1 pound Canadian, pound US dollar, and you can see signals being taken right here. And the smart thing that, or the thing that people are probably seeing, you know, their greed is probably popping out of your eyes right now, thinking, whoa, there's a lot of potential pips here. But I'm gonna cause you to pull that back, or I'm gonna tell you to pull that back right now. Try to pull that greed out, because that's gonna really mess things up, and it's gonna cause you to potentially basically blow this entire good system out of the water, meaning you're gonna blow your account because you're gonna try for too many pips because the greed is gonna get in your way. I want you guys to really try to be conservative here. Every single signal that you see here with the combination of the super trend with the half trend, you should only take 10 to 15 pips on every trade. If you do this, you'll be consistent and you'll have few losses, and you'll be able to take the emotions much better if you're just doing quick, easy profits and waiting for the next available trade. So here we have one right here, for example. Here is a quick, profitable trade of just 10 pips, and here's another one, and they just keep going on. And this is just the beginning of this trade system that you can explore on your own, and I hope that you do, because there are so many pips that can be had here. And again, everything is free. I'm not charging you for anything like this, and I hope that you guys can start profiting. So what about other methodologies involved in using this system? Where should you pull a stop loss? Where should you do your take profit? Well, I already gave you the hints on where you should do take profit. Think small, because small is always better. Most traders out there are constantly thinking about how I can, squeeze the most out of a big move. And the idea of letting cutting your stop losses short, or cutting your losses short, and letting your profits ride. That's the whole idea. That's the saying that's been going on for years. And I've been so against this phrase because I really don't think it's that profitable. And the majority of traders can't make it work because it's harder to profit 2 pips rather than 1. That's just how the market works. And so smaller profitable trades is a better way to be more consistent and to be less emotional with letting your profits ride, because it's really difficult to know when to actually close those trades out. Another thing that you can do with this system, so if you're wanting to try to let the profits run, like with that saying that I just was against, there is an option for you guys. So I'm not totally against it, because I know that there's some traders that can make this work. And the best way to make running with your profits work is to place 2 orders. So if you're having a quick profits of, say, 10 pips using the system, then place 2 orders. So let's say, for example, 2 0.01 lot orders, and the first one is set for a take profit of 10 pips. And then you can have the second order, once the first order takes profit at 10 pips, have the second order at break even and see what happens. And you can have that one roll out, put a trailing stop on it, and see how far it goes. That is an option for you guys as well, for those of you that want to try to squeeze out more profit. That is something that you can do that doesn't add any extra risk. So it's also much easier to take smaller pieces of these signals through these 2 indicators, especially when dealing with higher time frames. So for example, since we're dealing with the H1, which is technically a higher time frame, so it's not the M15, the M5, or M1. And when we have smaller or larger time frames, then these signals that we get with these 2 indicators, they show larger moves. And if we can just squeeze out a little bit of profit on each of these, then we're going to come out in better shape than those that are trying to, squeeze out tons, hundreds, if not thousands of pips on one given trade. It's just not very smart to do that. Okay? This is something that I've done a lot of trial and error on over the last 15 years. It doesn't mean that taking 100, 200, 300 pips per trade isn't possible. It means that it's very difficult to do on a consistent basis. And so that's why I am all about taking 10, 15, 20 pips trades on a more consistent basis with a higher winning percent than trying to make that huge winner. So this is something I'm going to be talking about a lot in these videos, showing you manual trade systems so you can be in and out quick and easy and move on to the next trade. Where the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency fanboys and girls are going to just die, because this system is incredibly powerful with Bitcoin right now, and it has been over the last 6 months. And I'm going to show you this on chart. It's going to make you scream, because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I've missed out on so much profit using these two indicators. And that's don't do that. I actually traded Bitcoin back in 2017 and was part of that huge run up in 2017 and made quite a bit of money on crypto. And then the 2018 crash happened, and I was able to pull out most of my Bitcoin before that whole crash happened. But I really don't want to be a part of Bitcoin in a big way in the future because of seeing what happened back then. Now, I don't think that a huge thing there's gonna be a huge dump off like that, like in 2018 again. But I do think that big pullbacks in the 30 and maybe upwards of 50% range will happen in the future. So the longer that we go without a pullback on this uptrend on Bitcoin, the larger the potential pullback I think will happen. So I'm going to show you what we're looking at here and how much profit could have been made, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars if you were holding Bitcoin with these within these trends right here and these pullbacks that were happening within the big trends on the daily and H4 timeframes using the SuperTrend indicator, and then your entries on the HalfTrend indicator. So look at this here. It's just incredible, and something that you guys can do right now, all for free. So this is the beginning of videos I'm going to be making like this in the future, guys. I want to show you the best indicators on an MT4. I'm an MT4 trader and probably will always be, and later on I'll probably update into MT5 as well. But these are my focus, and there are thousands of indicators, and there are probably 20 to 30, even 50 indicators that have a lot of potential for profit, and I'm going to be going over quite a few of those in my future videos. And you can trade these manually if you like. You can trade them with Bitcoin or with Forex or with anything. But the thing that I focus in on myself is algorithms. I focus on building a lot of the things that I'm telling you into algorithms. That's something that I'm not really going to go over much in these videos because the majority of you guys out there want to be manual traders. I know that. You want to also be an algorithmic trader, especially if you have a full-time job, but it's really difficult to find algorithms that have good profit potential. You can't really trust them. You can't trust them because you don't know how they work. You can't trust them because they're purchased through a vendor that you can't see his face or her face, or you don't know anything about. And so it's really hard to put your faith in something like that. And so, something like programming an algorithm is not an easy task. And that's something that I can either do for you, or we can talk about that, or you can explore that on your own. But if you want the tools that allow you to profit from pretty much any market, that is something that I'm going to be exploring with you guys in this video that I've done today, and also in future videos. So hopefully you can enjoy the future of my channel, which includes tons of free information and materials, because nobody will do that for you. So let's do this in the future. Hope you guys can enjoy these videos. Thanks for your support and for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and a like, because that's what helps me in growing this channel. All right, thanks guys, see you next time.